At first, I was confused. I'd used Facebook before. In fact, I even have a class Facebook page. But I don't know what to do with games. I've never played any of these games before. I was rolling my mouse, searching and scanning, trying to find the perfect game for my class to play, to learn, to be educated about. But I couldn't find that perfect game. I continued to scroll. Farmville? Hey, everybody uses Farmville. What else can I use? Social empires? How would I apply that to my science class? I kept on looking. Babies everywhere, come on! These are 8th graders, forget about it. What could I use? Pot farm? Hey, I know this is California, but don't even go there. What could I use for my class? I kept searching. Bar World? Hey, I could play that, but not my students. What else could I use? I couldn't stand it! I got so angry! What do I do when I get angry? Well, what does anybody do? I started to play, oh yeah, Angry Birds. One of my favorites. It helps me get unfrustrated. Playing these games, throwing these birds. But then I thought, hey, these birds, what could I use with them? Yes, I could. I could use Angry Birds to teach physics. Angry Birds on Facebook? This is absolutely perfect. This is the perfect medium to teach my class about motion and forces. When you pull back on the Angry Bird, it applies a force on the string which causes tension and which releases a potential to kinetic energy type force. These forces applied to the object it hits is perfect. I can't believe I've never thought of it before. Not only does it teach my students about forces, but it teaches them the scientific method, having to think and produce a hypothesis about how they should shoot the bird to successfully complete their task. This is the perfect game for my class. The students are allowed to change the tension on the string, producing a different trajectory, producing a different force equals mass times acceleration on the object, producing a different outcome. And if their hypothesis was wrong, they have the opportunity to change their minds, reposition their bird, and reshoot, changing the amount of force producing the required effect. This is the perfect game for my students, allowing them to trial and error their hypotheses, all at the same time producing different outcomes each time they change the trajectory of their bird. The students can then decide what they've learned in class on what the best velocity needed to produce the greatest amount of force needed to knock over the objects. Force equals mass times acceleration, and acceleration is velocity with a direction. This is perfect in teaching motion and forces and position in class for physics. I have always been wary about using games like this in class because I always thought that students would be having more fun than learning. But as Stuart Brown has told us, studies reveal that the absence of play can lead to unwanted behaviors at youth risks. Plus, playing activates the right brain, which enhances one's creativity and spatial skills. We have to use games in class. We have to use these motivational strategies to get them involved, get them wanting to learn. In the end, we have to do what's best for our students. And what is that? Well, I think Homer Simpson said it best when he said,
I was thinking along the lines of
no work and no play makes Homer something something.
Go crazy.
Don't mind if I do!